Welcome back. Today I want to share with you the top 5 strategies that are going to make you a championship fair fighter. Let's face it, if we care for someone, there's going to be some conflict that creeps in. If conflict never creeps in, I would get nervous because someone is pretending. And when I say conflict, that's not to be confused with yelling, bullying, or hitting. People who need to win through that kind of abuse and intimidation have real insecurity problems. So on to the 5 strategies. Strategy number 1, take time to cool off and get clear. Most people become nervous and anxious in the face of conflict, and that's natural. What happens after that is that fight or flight trigger is off to the races. So when that happens, the brain literally shuts down and people can't even hear what you're saying because they're totally in defense mode, too busy defending themselves by, yelling, screaming, hurling insults, and they can't even hear what you have to say. So don't be afraid to take a pause and cool it down and come back to the table. How can you do that? Simple statement, look, before this goes to a place that you and I don't want it to go to, I'm going to cool this off and let's come back and talk about it. And anyone who wants to push it forward after that is just a pure drama queen. Because again, once you put certain things out there, you can't get them back. All these years later, I can remember my sister, we're in an argument going back and forth, and she calls me the hunchback. I forgave her, but all these years later, I can still recall it. So again, take a minute to step back, because once it's out there, the genie's out there, can't put her back in the bottle. Number 2, set the stage and stay solution focused. No one appreciates the feeling of being just bashed over the head, with one problem and complaint after another. So it's important that you're going to let this person know what's on your mind, but you're going to come to the table with some solutions. It's also a great time to remind them, hey, look, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't even bother having the conversation. So that can actually even be a buffer. For example, if your partner, you're angry with them because they're not coming home and they're not helping you as much as you would like, be very specific about what you want them to do. If what you want is more help with dinner, let them know the days. Hey, it would mean the world to me if you help me on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after work with meal preparation. That's where my struggle is. A lot of times we think people, isn't it just common sense? Shouldn't they know that? Well, assumptions lie at the heart of a lot of conflict too. So assume nothing and be very, very specific. Number 3, lower your voice and reinforce your argument. One of my good friends has a quote that I love, and it goes like this: let there be one fool, not two. When you escalate your voice and it gets to a roar, it's a sign that you're losing control. Why lose control with someone else? Keep your voice very level, very calm, and guess what? Any sane, rational person is going to kind of look around and think, oh wow, I'm having a yelling match by myself. And again, if they're not rational, calm, and sane, you're dealing with a drama queen. Next strategy, number 4, is to leave room for doubt. If you ask any of the great debaters around the world, how did you win all the debates? How are you so confident in your arguments? They will tell you it's because I know my argument from every angle. I even know my argument from the opponent's angle better than mine. I've wrapped myself around it. So when you leave room for doubt, step in someone else's shoes. It's a great exercise in compassion and perspective. And number 5 is know why you're arguing and who you're arguing with. I wanted to throw this one in there just as a reminder that you are not going to make any headway with the fanatics of the world. If someone is so entrenched on their beliefs, they're going to shut down and they will never hear what you have to say. That's not going to be a dialogue, it's going to be a monologue. So strategy number 5 is to conserve your energy and live to fight fair another day with a more worthy opponent. I hope these strategies make a difference for you and your life, and I'll see you next time.